Alright guys, welcome back again to more Muv-Luv Alternative. We're finally reaching the final chapter of this story, guys, and it's gonna get hectic from here, I believe. So, I mean, I guess we should all prepare our hearts, prepare our minds, and everything else that comes with it, because we're gonna be hit with a lot of pain and a lot of, hopefully, some more victories than pain, but who's to say, right? So, if anything else, hope you all continue to enjoy. Thank you for our love and support. Let's do this. You're supposed to teach me how to pot the Susanoo? Didn't Yuko-sensei tell you?
聞いてないよ、そんなの。
Huh. But you told me I had to spend the next 2 hours on it.
そんなこと言われても知らないもんは知らないよ。
Come on, don't tell me you're still mad at me.
ふてくされてなんかいないよ。そんな大事なこととぼけたりするわけないじゃない。
Oh, yeah. I guess you wouldn't.
だいたいスサノオの有人機動制御は戦術機と全く同じなんだよ。
Wait, they are? Maybe Yuko-sensei just assumed wrong then.
有人管制ユニットは光月先生の指示でつけられたんだから、そんな勘違いするわけないよ。しかも戦術機から乗り換えたタケルちゃんがすぐ実力を発揮できるようにってわざわざ同じに。
What's wrong? Why'd you get all quiet?
なんでもないよ。とにかくスサノオは戦術機と同じ要領で操縦できるから安心していいよ。
Well, okay. I guess I'll just have to try it out in a simulator then. I gotta try piloting it myself so I can get a feel for the size of it and its quirks. But if that's for later, we've actually got some free time now. So what should I do now? I feel pretty awkward sitting around doing nothing for the next 2 hours. But the rest of the squad's transferring their control units, and Kasumi's adjustments are probably gonna take a long time too. So what can I do?
タケルちゃん、
What's up?
スサノオのこと私が知ってる範囲でよければ教えてあげるよ。
Huh?
シミュレーターで確認する前に少しでも知っておいた方がいいでしょ。
But, aren't you...
光月先生がタケルちゃんに言ったのは私にそういう話をしろって意味だったんじゃないかな。
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. You're right. That might be what she was talking about. Since it did say that she was being stretched pretty thin, she probably just didn't bother making it easier for me to understand. Yeah, there's no way Sensei would mess up something this basic. Alright then, let's do it. As for where, well, Sensei said it didn't matter where we did it, so why don't we just use a sofa?
どこでやってもいい。
Tamika? Seriously, what's up?
タケルちゃん、さ、どうせなら別の場所に行こうよ。
Okay, I'm fine with that.
光月先生、どこでもいいって言ったんでしょ。
Well, I assume she meant anywhere on the base.
じゃあ、あの丘に行こうよ。
Huh? You mean the hill behind the school building?
別に外はダメって言われてないんでしょ。
True enough, the perimeter should be even more heavily guarded now, so it should be perfectly safe. But do you think it's still there?
それも確かめておきたいじゃない。ね、行こう。
Alright, sounds good. I'm pretty curious to see if it's okay myself. It was out of the excuse me, it was out of the way of the main beta force and the artillery strike zone, so it should be fine. But it's kinda hard to say. I'm also worried about the cherry blossom trees in front of the main gate. I can see if they're alright while we're at it. I mean, they're the only place where I can see the people I learned so much from, and the people who know that I lived in this world. The only place I can see the people who know I lived here.
タケルちゃん、どうしたの？タケルちゃん？
Tamika,
何？
can we take a little detour before we go?
別にいいけど。
I didn't even know it was nighttime. I thought it was a day. She's been like this for over 10 minutes now. She hasn't tried to go in or even move towards it. She's just silently standing there, a short distance away from it. She probably already saw an image of this in my thoughts before we blocked her from reading them. But it's completely different seeing the real thing for yourself. I have no idea how she's going to take it. But regardless, I still wanted to bring her here. Tamika's mom and dad, my parents, and the Takeru who belonged to this world. Everyone who knew her when she was still human is gone. This broken down old house is the only proof that Tamika ever truly lived in this world. Since I came from another world, there's no proof that I existed here. But at the very least, I have the cherry blossom trees. When I go there, I can see everyone who's gone before me. All the people who I know that I lived in this world. They'll listen to all my worries and complaints too. The only reason that I'm the person I am today is because they lived their lives to the fullest, and I want to live in a way that won't bring shame to their names. I can find the determination I need to do when I go there. I think this place is a little similar for Sumika. It's the only place where she can talk to her parents and the version of me that lived in this world. Of course, she can speak to them in her thoughts whenever she wants, but I think she still needs something more concrete to remember them by. So I like seeing the 00 unit for the first time. Brought back memories of the girl I loved. There's no denying that she's the 00 unit. I'm not going to pretend she isn't. I've come to accept it. But it's also a fact that she's still human at heart. I know she's doing her best to hide it, but I'm certain she has weaknesses like any other human does. I think she's trying not to bother me with them, so she needs somewhere she can direct all those feelings instead. I mean, any human would. Sumika?
タケルちゃん、もういいよ。
Alright. Let's go then.
うん。
Thank goodness. She looks pretty calm. I hope that means she feels a little better now.
タケルちゃん、
Huh? What is it?
連れてきてくれてありがとう。
No, don't mention it.
本当にありがとう。
This visual novel goes far and beyond.
で、私は専用の管制ユニットに結合するから、タケルちゃんとかすみちゃんとは別の場所にいるんだよ。
Tamika's control unit is being connected directly to the escape shuttle this time, huh? Is that because of what happened during Operation 21st? So that's how they're doing it. I was really wondering how the heck they were gonna squeeze 3 people into a 2-seater.
私は操縦席に座るって概念じゃないからね。
Okay, so it's me and Kasumi sitting in a 2-seater. That makes a lot more sense.
私を人間と同じ感覚で数えてくれるのはタケルちゃんだけだからだよ。
How was I supposed to know? I bet you, anyone would have thought the same thing.
もうタケルちゃん相変わらず自己中なんだから。
What'd you say? Fine. You can't think however you want of me.
勝手にするもん。
It doesn't feel like she's forcing herself to be this way. She's acting so normal. It's almost like she's exactly like the Sumika from my world. The two of us just having regular conversation. The fact that she's the Zerzillion, it doesn't even feel relevant. We're so relaxed right now, it's almost like the base is fine. And there's no operation tomorrow. Hell, it's like we're in a world where the beta don't even exist. I guess it's a good thing I took her back to our neighborhood.
あ、どうしたの？急に黙っちゃって。もしかして怒った？
What do you take me for? A 5-year-old? I'm a grown man, you hear me?
大人は自分を大人だなんて言わないと思うけどな。
Boy, it's been forever since I heard that.
量子電動脳が壊れてバカになったらどうするんだよ。
There's no way you could get any dumber than you already are, so that's not a problem. You're the biggest idiot modern science could produce.
何よ、光月先生に謝れ。
Why Yuko sensei?
じゃあ、お詫びの印に手
Huh? How did we get from Yuko-sensei to this?
つなげったらつないでよ
Fine. Happy?
うーん
What the heck? You're the one who told me you wanted to hold hands. Come on, quit blushing. You're starting to make me feel self-conscious too.
だってしょうがないじゃん恥ずかしいんだもん
Okay, let's stop holding hands.
やだ
Then quit getting embarrassed.
無理
I guess I can't be too upset. No matter how many times you've done it before, it's always embarrassing to do stuff like this at first. You might have memories of it happening in different worlds, but it feels like this is the first time either of us have done it. I mean, we've already gone all the way and we know how much we care about each other. But it doesn't make something as simple as holding hands any less meaningful. Jeez, you're hopeless, you know that?
ほーんと
Just holding hands like this and feeling each other's warmth? Such an amazing feeling. There's no greater happiness than feeling the warmth of another person and reveling in the fact that we're alive. Sumika already knows that, and so do I. More than I ever hoped I would. Oh hey, it's the Santa rabbit. Makes me feel a lot better to go see her carrying it around again. Hey, have you been carrying that with you all this time?
うんそうだよ
I had no idea.
うん
It's not very durable.
分かってるよ
If you carry it everywhere, you'll break it. I'm happy as long as you have it, so you don't need to keep it on you 24/7, okay? I don't mind as long as you don't try and throw it back at me again.
ダメだよ
Can't what?
だってもうずっと一緒にいるって決めたんだもん
Sumika. Well, okay.
だから明日もこの子と一緒に出撃するんだよ
When we're deployed, huh? What's gonna happen to us tomorrow? Are we gonna succeed? Are we ever gonna be able to hold hands and gaze at the night sky like this again? Hey, Sumika.
何
I heard from Sensei that you wanted to do this mission alone at first. I mean, it definitely sounded like something you'd think of, but
そうかな
aren't you afraid?
え
You're gonna be charging into the deepest part of the original hive tomorrow. Most people would be scared out of their mind.
うんそうだねでも平気だよ自分で決めたことだから
Sumika,
自分のためにやることだからね
for yourself, huh? I couldn't say the same for a long time. Not until I already caused a bunch of trouble by getting all angsty and acting like nobody else had any problems. You went through so much more than I did, but you still find such a simple, clear answer. You're really amazing.
そんなことないよたけるちゃんやかすみちゃんそれに部隊のみんなや世界中の人たちと一緒に戦うんだよ
That's right.
だから私は自分がやるべきことをやるんだよ早瀬獣医や鈴宮獣医がそうしたように
Yeah,
私もバルキリーズの一員だしね
you sure are. I want to end this war as soon as possible. Then I'll get rid of whatever made me a causality conductor and fix the other world.
うん
So, when that happens, you and I will have to. I'm. To me. God.
たけるちゃんが悲しむ必要ないんだよ仕方のないことなんだよ
I know that.
ごめんね けるちゃん。ごめんね。
You weirdo. What are you apologizing for? Tamika.
A01 所属早瀬美月注意並びに鈴宮遥注意の英霊に対し敬礼。
First Lieutenant Hayase, First Lieutenant Suzumiya, I'm sorry it's taking us this long to say goodbye, and I'm sorry we can't fire the usual volleys for you. Since this operation is resting entirely on our shoulders, we were allowed a little time to pay our respects. Unfortunately, we can't hold a proper funeral at the moment. This may not seem like much of a ceremony, but I hope you'll understand. You see, all of the basic resources are being poured into something called Operation Cherry Blossom. It's going to be an all-out offensive in the original hive, turning the tide of this war in one fell swoop. Right now, the whole world is working as one to make it a success. You guys saved the space from total annihilation. That's the only reason this operation is even going to happen. Thus, possibilities brought forth by your sacrifices have given the rest of humanity a glimmer of hope for its future. And all of us in A01 are going to make sure you didn't give your lives in vain. Sergeant Jinguji, Captain Itsumi, Kashiwagi, First Lieutenant Hayase, First Lieutenant Suzumiya, just watch us. We're going to make this operation a stunning success. We're going to destroy the original hive and make it home safely. We'll never bring shame to the Valkyries or A01. And please, watch over Lieutenants Munakata and Kazuma. They're desperately fighting for their lives right now. If they're dumb enough to try joining you so soon, kick them back over to us, will you? You know, I gotta say, I feel like Lieutenant Hayase would have ripped us a new one for giving her such a formal ceremony.
大丈夫よ。早瀬注意だって神宮寺軍曹には頭が上がらないはずだもの。軍曹の前でそんなこと言わないでしょ。
そうだね。軍曹は礼儀とかそういうところに厳しかったから。
タケルさんはよく軍曹のことをマリモちゃんって呼んで怒られてましたね。
そうであったな。
嘘。白金って結構根性入ってるんだ。僕はね、タケルが A01 に配属されたらタイやチュイたちのことをちゃん付けで呼ぶんじゃないかって期待してたんだ。
白金だったらやりそうで怖いわね。
Are you crazy? I'm getting chills just thinking about what they would have done to me.
そういえば白金、なんで千鶴のことを委員長って呼ぶの？
知り合いの学級委員長だった人に似てるんだって。まあ分かってるとは思うけど、とにかく慣れ慣れしいというか変わってるのよ。
Class rep, I can't believe you feel that way about me.
私など最初から名誉呼ばわりだったぞ。
僕もみことだったよ。ほんと慣れ慣れしいよね。
Okay, but you're the one who told me to call you that.
なんだよタケル、男らしくないな。
Dude, I swear.
私だけ名字。
綾峰さんはまだマシだよ。私なんか名字の一文字だけですよ。しかも私が呼ぶときは名前にさん付け指定でした。
そうだね。僕もタケルって名前で呼んでるから同じだね。
That part was your idea too. I didn't make you do anything.
自分の呼び方を指定することはそんなに変じゃないけど、普通全員同じだよね。出会った時期に差があるならともかく。
でしょ。人によって細かく指定するなんてやっぱり変わってるわ。私にはさん付けされた方がしっくりくるって
Ah, I get it already. Can we talk about something else now? I was just young and stupid, okay?
あれからまだ2ヶ月ぐらいしか経ってない。今もま
Wanna go punk?
そうか。まだそんなものか。
そうなのよね。いろいろなことがありすぎて、もうずっと前の出来事のようだわ。
本当ですね。タケルさんが訓練部隊に来たのがたった2ヶ月前だなんて信じられませんよ。少しは成長した若造。
I sentenced you to 600 push-ups for insulting your superior.
この前と合計すると800回だね。
そういえば私、作戦が終わったら腕立て200回って早瀬注意に言われてたんだ。
私もだ。
確かそなたもだな、タケル。
Ah, Tama, why'd you have to bring that up?
タケルさん、人のせいにしちゃダメですよ。若造だからそれも仕方ない。みんな許してあげて。
Dude, I wish you'd give me a break.
はいはい、いいから。腕立ては謳歌作戦が終わってからでも許してもらえるわよ。
そうそう、私が復活したらみんなで一緒にここでやろうよ。
私の腕立ては現在。
細かいこと気にしないで一緒にやろうよ、あやみね。
そうですよ、あやみねさん。タケルさんだって小隊長なんだから、一応ちゃんとした命令ですよ。
そうそう、一応ね。
Suzumiya, she's keeping the mood really light because she knows how low the odds are that we'll make it back alive. Your sister just lost her life, and you're still playing this role for us. You really are just like Lieutenant Hayase. I'm the one who ought to be stepping into her shoes, but apparently you were doing a lot more than just admiring her from afar. Everyone else here is acting casually to keep the hopelessness of the situation from sinking in. If it's this obvious, I guess we've still got a long ways to go as surface pilots. We're trying our best, but it's definitely a little forced. Still, I think we've taken another step closer to Captain Isumi and First Lieutenant Hayase, no matter how small.
そういえばさ、白羽。教えてほしいんだけど。
Oh yeah? What is it?
お姉ちゃんは
Huh?
頑張った。
So that's what you wanted. I'm the only one left who saw what happened to First Lieutenant Suzumiya, and I was the last person to speak to Lieutenant Hayase. Suzumiya knows even less than everyone else, since she was the one in medical block all this while. I have to tell everyone what happened. It's my job as a surface pilot, to give them a proper eulogy.
お姉ちゃんは
I'm sorry, Suzumiya. I shouldn't have waited so long to tell you.
ちゃんと戦った。
Absolutely. Just as she swore as a member of the Valkyries, she fought to her very last breath. The last thing I saw was just an image from the control room. I could see several warrior class right behind her. But she didn't even try to run away. She just kept typing in the shutdown code. She was unarmed, and there were beta right behind her. Most people would have been overwhelmed by sheer terror. First Lieutenant Suzumiya was incredible. She stood her ground to the very last moment. She did everything she could to stop the reactor and save everyone in this base. Just like the Takeru from this world who took on the soldier class barehanded to protect Sumika. First Lieutenant Suzumiya did absolutely everything she could for all of humanity, and the man she and Lieutenant Hayase loved. Your sister was an amazing person. When I saw what happened to her, I went straight for my 36mm. I wanted to kill every last one of them for what they did. But First Lieutenant Hayase stopped me. She told me I couldn't damage the control room. Her best friend had been killed right before our eyes. I'm sure she wanted to slaughter those beta just as badly as I did. But she stayed calm and used a wired connection to contact HQ. She told me that she was going to blow up the reactor and send me up to the Hangar 90 to tell you guys what was happening. Once I report what was happening to the rest of you, I went back to find her. As soon as I reached the main shaft, I managed to contact her. Even though she was supposed to be detonating the S-11 remotely, she went back down to the reactor. When she found out they only cut the detonation timer, she realized the reactors might have been a communication device for the beta. First Lieutenant Hayase wanted to keep any more secrets about the Susanoo or Alternative 4 from being revealed. So she detonated the S-11 in a way the beta couldn't possibly prevent. She refused to let that information leak and waste the lives of everyone who sacrificed themselves for the future of humanity. And she told me she was doing the most she could, so I should do the same. The two of them were heroes. Every one of the Valkyrie's senior officers were unbelievably courageous people.
そうだ。皆、神宮寺軍曹に鍛えられたのだ。
私たちも大や注意に恥じない戦いをしなきゃね。
うん。それがバルキリーズを任せられた僕たちの使命だね。
春子や同期の仲間たち、それに歴代の仙人たちも見てるよ。
宗像中尉と風間少尉にもがっかりされたくない。2人が戻った時に舞台の評判が落ちてたら怒られちゃいますからね。
だからみんなちゃんと帰ってくるんだよ。
Suzumiya.
当然作戦は成功させてね。
If a majority of these girls die during this last mission, holy hell am I gonna be so upset.
まあ、任せるがよい。
いつるぎ、頼んだよ。
鈴宮の分も暴れてくるよ。
お願いね、早見ね。
だから鈴宮さんは安心して休んでいてください。
玉瀬、ありがとう。
心配しないで、茜さん。僕たちは今までだって乗り越えてきたじゃないか。
そうだね、鎧。
あなただけにバルキリーズを背負わせたりしない。私たちは必ず戻ってくるわ。
千鶴、約束だよ。白金、しっかりね。
I will.
みんなを
To care what?
なんでもない。
Suzumiya?
それより白金、ありがとう。
Huh?
お姉ちゃんと早瀬中尉の最後を見届けてくれて、二人のことをみんなに話してくれてありがとう。
I'm the one who ought to be thanking you, Suzumiya.
え、
If you hadn't asked me just now, I wouldn't have honored them in the way they deserve.
そっか。じゃあ今度は私が早瀬中尉とお姉ちゃんの話をするね。
Suzumiya. I hope doing this will help her feel a little better. She probably feels like she has to otherwise. She'd just be running away from her pain.
お姉ちゃんと早瀬中尉は昔ここにあった帝国軍の訓練学校で出会って以来の中で、ライバルっていうのはちょっと違うんだけど、競い合ったり励まし合ったりしながら一緒に頑張ってきたんだ。あの二人性格は正反対だったけど、お互い補う部分が結構あって妙に気が合ってたみたいでさ。よりにもよって同じ男の人を好きになっちゃったんだってさ。いくら気が合うからってそんなところまで一緒にしなくてもいいのにね。
Suzumiya. I wonder why she's going out of her way to tell us about their private life. Is it like when I told everyone Captain Izumi's reason for fighting?
早瀬注意とお姉ちゃんは総選技演習の事故で卒業が半年遅れたんだけど、その人はストレートで任官して A01 に配属されたの。お互いの思いに気づいていたお姉ちゃんと早瀬注意は任官したら同時に告白しようって約束していたらしいんだけど、その人2人が任官する20日前に明星作戦で戦死しちゃったの。
Huh? That doesn't make any sense.
ベータを全滅させて戦いのない世界になったらじっくりと決着をつける。
私と美月との決着ね。
そういうこと。
They said they were gonna settle it after the war ended. I thought they were risking their lives to protect humanity and the men they both loved.
2人ともその人のことをすごく好きだったから任官直後はかなり落ち込んでさ。ああ見えて2人とも新任の頃はイスミ隊員に散々面倒かけてかなりしごかれたらしくて、1年ぐらい前にやっと立ち直れたんだよ。タイは私たちのはるか上を行ってたからね。しかも姉妹でしょ。その道の大家よ。
私たちも前はよく相談に乗ってもらったのよ。
そういう立場に立つ人間は強引だったり少々自信家のふりをするくらいでちょうどいいんだよ。早瀬注意のようにな。あの人はな、ああ見えてとても臆病で繊細な部分を持っているんだ。
Wow, they were always so on top of everything by the time we got here. Lieutenant Monokata was here a year ago, wasn't she? She must have seen them at their lowest.
心の整理がついてからは2人してよく言ってた。どっちが先にいい男を見つけてその人を卒業するか勝負だって。早く戦争を終わらせてその決着をつけなきゃねって。でもあの2人本当は全然そんな気なかったみたい。2人して一緒に会いに行っちゃうんだもんね。人類のために頑張ったお姉ちゃんや早瀬注意は本当にすごいと思うし、心から尊敬してる。でもそれが分かっていても残された方は結構きついんだよね。私の話はおしまい。なんか変な話でごめんね。
いいえ、そんなことないわ。
鈴宮さん、ありがとう。
良い話であった。そなたに感謝を。
早瀬注意と鈴宮注意にもそんなことがあったんだね。
なんか気が楽になるね。
そう言ってもらえると話した甲斐があったよ。
It's not like Lieutenant Tayase and Suzumiya were simply looking for an excuse to sacrifice themselves. And their reason for fighting wasn't as simple as wanting to protect the man they loved. So then, what were they really fighting for? Did you two want us to figure that out on our own?
さて、そろそろ戻りましょうか。
Yeah, we need to sort out our things and write our wills.
まあ身辺整理はさておき、私はこたび遺書を書くつもりはないがな。
Huh?
私もよ。
奇遇だね。私も今回は書きません。
へえ、みんなも？僕もそうしようと思ってたんだ。
What gives? I know you guys never exactly enjoyed it, but you always did it before, right?
そういう白金はいつも書かなかったくせに、 今回に限って書くんだ。
Well, no, I'm still not gonna write one.
私はそうだな、書く理由がなくなったのだ。
Huh?
私は自らの意志で自らのための戦いに赴くからとでも言うべきか。タケル、そして皆にも聞いてほしい。今言ったように私はようやく己がために戦うことを許され、いやできるようになった。それは私の立場が変わったことのみならず、心の内なるものの成長によってそこに至ったのだ。タケルがことあるごと口にしている己がためであるがゆえ他者や公のために戦うという考え方、それを誠の意味で理解し、こうして心穏やかに実践できるのも皆そなたたちのおかげだ。これまで私の得意な出自がゆえにいらぬ気苦労をかけたと思う。どうか許してほしい。かような私を仲間として受け入れ育んでくれたそなたたちに心よりの感謝を。
三剣。
メイヤさん。
Maya, you're wrong.
Huh?
All you have been stifling your personal feelings in order to fight for Japan and all mankind, haven't you? That philosophy you mentioned is something I learned from you guys. From the previous loop and seeing everything you all were facing in this world.
タケル、そなたの考えと以前の私のそれは似て非なるものだ。例えるなら、護衛任務は死をもって達成するは当然。その上、己も生かして一人前。
Is that?
そうだ。佐渡島でそなたの直演を命じられた際、私がいすみ大尉から賜った言葉だ。たとえ護衛大将を守るために死を選ぶとしても、それが当然と受け入れるのと、自らの意志でそうするのは全く別だ。以前の私が己が生き様としていたのは前者。そして、そなたは後者だ。
But that isn't.
私もそう思うわ。三剣の事情とは比較にならないし別物だけど、私も前者だった。
私も。
そうですね。
うん、確かにそうすることが当然って感じで無条件に受け入れてたな。
I wasn't even at that level when I first came to this world. I thought the freedom and safety I'd always enjoyed were things I could just take for granted. I hadn't even realized how incredibly lucky I'd been.
まあいいじゃない。三剣が白金やみんなに感謝するのは自由なんだからさ。
Yeah, I guess.
三剣の尻馬に乗るようで恥ずかしいんだけど、私も125事件以来、父のことで少なからずあなたたちに精神的な負担をかけたことを謝るわ。そしてあなたたちにもいろいろ事情があったのに何もしてあげられなくてごめんなさい。正直に言うと、あの時私はすっかり気が抜けてしまって、人のことを構う余裕がなかったのよ。表面上は普通に装って無理にやる気を出そうとしてはいたけど、何をやっても虚しかった。父への反発と対抗心だけが私の生きがいだったことをつくづく思い知らされたわ。たかが訓練小隊であっても父以上の指導者でありたいって耳っちい願望に振り回されてたんだと思う。でもあれ以来責任職に置かれなかったおかげで いろいろなことを少し引いて考える時間ができたの。そのおかげでやっと私も自分自身の戦いができるようになった。私、この戦いが終わったら政治の道に進もうって決めたの。
Well, honestly, for you, that's not that surprising.
父と向き合い、あの人が何をなそうとしたのかを見極めて、本当の意味で独り立ちするためにね。だから昨日のブリーフィングで A01 の部隊長に任命された時、正直とても動揺したわ。自分でも気持ちの整理がついちゃってたし、それにもう二度と責任職には任命されないって思ってたからね。こんな重要な時に白金や三剣を差し置いて、なぜ私なんだろうって考えちゃって、流れで引き受けたけど不思議とやる気はあるのよ。プレッシャー125事件から大して時間が経ったわけじゃない。だけどあなたたちや部隊の仙人たちのおかげでこの数ヶ月で自分なりには成長できたと思っているの。だから変わった私がどこまでやれるか試してみたい。政治家を目指すなんて言いながらここで部隊長職から逃げたら、私はこれ以上成長できないと思うの。私は今まで以上に全力を尽くすわ。だからお願い。あなたたちの力を。
Class rep. It's only been 2 months since I came here, but it feels like it's been decades. I can't even believe how much has happened. But through all of that, every one of us has managed to grow somehow. It wasn't just because of the challenges we faced, of course. It's thanks to Sergeant Jinguji, Her Highness, everyone participating in the 12-5 incident, and every one of our fellow Valkyries. We saw how they lived, and learned from it. And just like Maya said, the only reason we could manage that is because we had each other. Comrades we can trust with our lives on the battlefield. People who believe in us. That's why Maya and Class Rep are trying to get this off their chests now, since it may be their last chance.
ミキさん。
鎧さん。
Wait, are these guys gonna follow Class Rep's lead now? I can see Tama talk about her dad, but is Mikoto really going to be bringing up Chief Yoroi?
僕、みんなに言わなきゃならないことがあるんだ。
私もです。
I can understand why you want to, but this isn't right. Whatever he did, it's not directly related to your reasons for fighting. Besides, if Ayumina tries to join in here...
二人とも、よしなよ。
ケイさん。
Nice save, Ayumine. You were able to get through all of your pain without anyone else's help. Of course you'd understand. Ayumine is right. Let's hold off on that for now.
ケルさん。
It's just, if we all start going around in a circle talking about this stuff, we're gonna start feeling like this is the end or something. We should save it, all of it, for when we come home, right, Ayumine?
そうだよ。白金の言う通りだよ。そういうのは後でゆっくりやればいいじゃない。
I get why you guys would feel guilty about keeping secrets from people who trust you, but it doesn't mean that telling them everything is always gonna help. Some things really are better left unsaid.
許すがよい。私があのようなことを言い出せなければ。
私も軽率だったわ。ごめんなさい。
Nah, you guys didn't do anything wrong. It's just talking about that stuff right now is little, you know.
でもさ、もし万が一のことが。
ダメダメ。出撃前に言っておきたいのはわかるけど、 それを言うために絶対帰ってくるって思えばいいじゃない。
分かった。今ここで言いたいっていうのは僕のわがままだよね。じゃあさ、帰ったら必ず聞いてね、僕の話。
私もお話ししたいことがあるのでお願いしますね。
まあいくらでも付き合うぞ。このままでは私だけさっぱりしてしまったようで申し訳ないゆえな。
In any case, Class Rep and Maya can get away with it since they're first and second in command. You guys just have to wait your turn.
そうだね。
Any basically good person will want to be honest and upfront with the people they care about. But letting people know how guilty you feel about things that aren't even your fault, well, that's gonna weigh pretty hard on them too. I burden you guys a lot by letting my own feelings show too often, so I know that all too well.
榊、私たち直縁組はそろそろ戻るとしよう。遺書は書かずとも時間が余っているわけではないからな。
そうね。じゃあハンガーに戻りましょう。
了解。
じゃあ白金、シミュレーター訓練でね。
Make sure you're ready for me.
ではな。
Bye.
たけるさん、後でね。
Yeah, break a leg.
たける。
Go on. It's fine.
ありがとう。
Thanks, Ayamine. You always know what to do.
別に話して楽になるのは自分だけだから。
Yeah, you're right about that.
あんたは自己満足のために謝ってけじめつけたって免罪符を得るから気持ちさっぱりでしょうけどね。そんなの押し付けられるこっちはいい迷惑なのよ。
And if you still want to talk about it, you have to smile. That's a rule that everyone who served with Lieutenant Hayase, everyone who trained under Sergeant Jinguji should follow. There's no point in weighing down the people around you with the burdens you've chosen to carry. Just wish I realized that a lot earlier and tried harder to keep my feelings to myself. Hey, Suzumiya.
何？
About that stuff you said about First Lieutenants Hayase and Suzumiya. Why'd you pick something so personal?
なんかおかしかったかな。
No, not really, but...
いいのいいの。君のためにしたんじゃないから気にしないで。
Wait, huh? So you brought it up for Class Rep and the others?
だから気にしない気にしない。君は任務のことに集中すればいいの。
Alright.
頑張ってね、白金。
Oh, what just happened? She looks so serious.
鏡やヤシロをしっかり守るんだよ。
Suzumiya.
人類をお願い。
Leave it to me. Leave it to me, huh? We still can't be too optimistic about the situation. Up until yesterday, we were so caught up in the hopelessness of it all. We couldn't even hide it. Now, I feel strangely confident. I'm not alone anymore. I have friends I can trust my life with. Kasumi and Sumika, all fighting by my side. It's not just them, of course. There's Yuko-sensei, the CO, Miss Kyozuka, everyone else on the base, and every surface pilot and soldier on this planet, all gonna be fighting with us. I don't have to bear this burden alone. Every one of us is facing our own heavy personal battles, and yet we're still rising to the challenge together. That's why I know we absolutely can't fail.
A04 のアゴ標的ブロックへの侵入を確認。シミュレーター協定 EX を終了する。30分間の休憩後、訓練を再開する。
バルキリー1了解。バルキリー1より各機聞いてたわね。機体を降りて休憩していいわ。ただし緊急固集に備え通信はオープンに固定。 開始5分前には着座を完了していること。いいわね。
Copy that. Class rep, you really got into this. You sound way more like a commander than I ever did.
白金さん
Whoa, I can hear her voice in the transmission at the same time. Though I guess I should have expected as much given that's two-seater and all. What is it, Kasumi?
私一度外に出ます
Why does she look different? I mean her eyes at least. Oh, right. This is her first time simulating combat. Kasumi doesn't even know that much about the outside world to begin with. It must be exhausting to be thrown in the middle of this so suddenly even if it's not the real thing. Not to mention she's been doing readings on me this whole time.
話すより見ることが楽だなんて思わないでください
Of course she's tired. Okay, get some rest.
すみません
Kasumi and I aren't using an open channel, so I should probably let Class Rep know. Class Rep,
何？
Kasumi left to get some fresh air, reporting it all just in case.
分かったわ。ありがとう。でもあなたは外で休まないの？スサノオに初めて乗って疲れたんじゃない？戦術機とは根本的に違う機体なんだし。
Yeah. They might have made the controls the same, but an improvised control unit like this, there's a lot of issues.
え？
I like to try playing around with it during the break and see if I can get a better feel for it.
ちょっと大丈夫なの？しっかりやってよ。
Yeah, when I said there were issues, I meant more in terms of me getting used to it. Something wrong with the controls themselves.
もう脅かさないでよ。本当に頼んだわよ。
Kasab doesn't seem strained over or overly tense anymore. Stealing a result really makes one heck of a difference.
三剣さん
なんだ玉瀬。
竹三和地ってすごい機体ですね
うん。
そうそう吹雪から白縫いに乗り換えた時以上の感動だよ
ありがとう三剣さん
いや、その竹三和地を作ったのは私ではないが。
Ah man, that reaction's so like you. Pretty sure they're thanking you because you humbled yourself before Lieutenant Tsukuyomi. If you hadn't, they wouldn't be piloting these days. You probably think everyone else is responsible for Lieutenant Tsukuyomi's decision, so it's no surprise you're so bewildered by their gratitude. Still, it's incredible to hear that this upgrade feels even more impressive than our first one. I remember being super hyped when I first played a PS1 game, but I wasn't exactly awed when I switched to the PS2, even though the specs were technically a lot better. I'm a surface pilot now, so I guess it's natural I'd be interested in seeing what the Takemi Kazuchi can do. Hearing him talk makes me want to pilot one for myself.
でもまだ機体に振り回されてる感じ乗りこなせてはいない
そうね。でも挙動特性に不快感がないわ。白縫いをベースに開発された機体だからかもしれないけど。
ほう。頼もしいぞ榊。
何よいきなり。
つくよみ注意の機体は他の竹三和地よりもスペックアップされたものなのだぞ。だがそなたの言いように不安を感じている様子はない。
何言ってるのよ。あなたの機体はさらにハイスペックじゃない。それでよくあの起動ができるものだわ。
私の起動特性自体はストームヴァンガードでタケルと連携するうちにいつの間にか染みついてしまったものだ。だが私がこの機体のとてつもない挙動特性を御しうるのもエクセム3の介在があればこそであろう。つくよみ注意たちがエクセム3データを実戦で練り上げてくれたからこそそれが叶っているのだ。
That's right, just because the TSF is more powerful doesn't mean its surface pod will be able to take advantage of that. With specs for all that matter, Captain Sagiri Shiranui would never have been able to take down a major Vulcan's F-22. The TSF is only as good as the person who pilots it. That even the XM3 can make a person get better, it all boils down to the surface pod skills. Basically, you all have been pretty damn great from the start if you can pilot a Takemi Kazuchi this well.
そうね。三剣の言う通りだわ。私たちはつくよみ注意たちと一緒に戦うってことよ。
自分たちの代わりに 連れて行ってくれって言ってたもんね。
あ、そうだな。
でもその竹三日槌を使わせてもらってもメインホール突破の成功率はまだ 87% だもんね。
シミュレーター訓練初回の数字としては悪くないけど、今の私たちにとっては不十分ね。
そうだな。肝心のアゴー標的ブロック内のデータがない以上、ここまでは完全でありたいしな。
Exactly. We can't simulate anything after penetrating the main hall. Apparently, even Tamika couldn't get a clear reading on the inside on the primary objective block. Just goes to show how important that thing must be to the beta.
でもここまで来ればあとは手法を発射して自動制御で脱出するだけですから大丈夫ですよ。
Wow, can't believe Tama's the one trying to make everyone else feel better. She's the biggest warrior ward out of all of us. She really has come a long way.
油断は禁物。佐野へ乗り移るのに手間取ったらおしまい。
それこそ自動制御だから、その時には置いてかれるだけよ。でも私がそこでミスしたとしても誰にも迷惑がかからないから逆に安心だけどね。
She's right. If something like that happened to one of us, the rest of us would move forward with the mission. They wouldn't have to put on an act like Kashiwagi did.
ミキさん、さっきの乗り換え訓練で手間取ってたんだから本当に気をつけてね。
はい、置いていかれないように頑張ります。
Wow, I can't believe this. Even though we're having this kind of conversation, it doesn't sound fatalistic or gloomy in the slightest. In fact, I'd say we sound like we've been rejuvenated.
ところで K さん、2回目の時のメインホールに入る直前の連携の確認なんだけど。
どこ？
I don't feel the same loneliness I felt during Captain Isumi and Yuko Sensei's final conversation, or the sense of dread I had when Lieutenant Hayase decided to manually detonate the S-11. And it's not just me. Even though we're all in this horrible situation, not a single one of us is giving in to despair. We can do this. I know we can.
タケルちゃん。
Tsumika. Holy crap, don't scare me like that. She must have come here from the maintenance catwalk. It seriously freaked me out of hearing someone right behind me like that.
ごめん、話中だった？
No, not at all. What's up?
別に。ただ。
Just what? She came all this way instead of using the transmitter. There's gotta be a reason for that.
あのね。
I'm listening.
顔見に来ちゃった。
Huh?
この休憩が落ち着いて話できる最後の機会かなって思って。
Tamika's gonna be completely merged with the Susanoo Mark IV's control system this time, so I can't talk to her directly once she's in there. The only way to communicate with Tamika after she's unified with the system is through Kasumi. We'll be deployed the second we're done with this exercise. So she's right. This really might be our last chance to talk like this. Aren't you tired though? Tamika's been controlling the Susanoo this whole time, while simultaneously performing readings and projections on Kasumi. There's a synchronization device to make it easier, but it still must be tough. We're gonna keep training after this. Don't you think you should get home, get some rest already?
私は大丈夫だよ。でも邪魔だったかな。
No, I do. I mean, we're on a break. We can chat for 10 minutes or so, I think.
本当？やったー！
Oh!
おい、なんだよいきなり。
だって嬉しかったんだもん。
おいおい、勘弁してくれよ。
勘弁？何のこと？
また昨日みたいに抱きついておきながら急に恥ずかしいとか言って突き飛ばす気なんだろ。
突き飛ばしてないよ。離れた拍子にちょっとぶつかっただけだよ。
分かってるって、冗談だよ冗談。
なんだよもう、ひどいな。
お、その顔久しぶりに見たな。
まったく発信制限もかけずに。 周囲のものにも気を使え。バカ。
Poor Maya.